mystified, trying to work out why spirits businesses are so linked to place. And that's our interest, our area of interest, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so, you know, Ardnamurchan is a place, Oban is a place. All of these distilleries are linked to a location, and possibly before that they were linked to the person that made that spirit in that place. But it's unique in spirits businesses. I mean, you can think of like limoncello, you kind of know where that comes from, vodka and all of these different things, they come from a place. Mezcal comes from a region, comes from a place. And yet, say, shortbread, another Scottish product, doesn't come from a place, it's just a general...
Yeah.
It's just a general product of an area. And isn't the reason for that because you're dealing with something that if you get alcohol wrong, it'll kill you. Right? It'll either give you a belting headache, it could blind you if you get your cut points wrong, or literally kill you. And so there's a guarantee of quality in each of those places. Like you might have known that whiskey from Dalwhinnie, it was always drinkable, it was always good.
Yeah.
And it could be that simple. I can't think of another reason why there are no other products there. Like apart from, of course, you've got DOPs, you've got your Parmesan and Parma ham, and you know, your
Stornoway black pudding,
Melton Mowbray pies, and those sorts of things.
But I mean, I think like, you know, like with spirits and whiskey, like you're taking something from the local, you know, like you're taking local grown stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're preparing it, like all of that, like it's totally tied into what's being made in that place.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the further you develop, it's like, you know, you've got like Islay malts being kind of that peated because that was just what was used as part of the process. It's not, you know, nobody was deliberately doing that. It was like you need heat to malt your grain, so they happen to have that fuel source there. Well,
that gives the character to that particular product. But again, then remember the human side of things. The folk on Islay running all those distilleries will have been extremely well qualified.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing to produce that product.
So
again, it's reputational, isn't it?
Yeah, and like the more manual the process, the more it relies on the people, you know. So, there's a real skill, and that's what I think that's what makes whiskey what it is like that. People buy that story, like they really understand that it's kind of crafted by people. It's not just a kind of factory made product, which is maybe, you know, like there's something kind of about that kind of the craft and the artisan nature of it.
Yeah.
That even like big distilleries, like they don't, you know, or big malt distilleries anyway, don't necessarily produce like a huge volume that kind of takes away from that.
No, I mean, even the biggest, like for your Johnny Walker, there's 100 different components in Johnny Walker, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's lots of small distilleries down a wee glen somewhere that survived the excise man and went legal, and here we are.